We invite you to a world of Tao and Tantra fusion, where science, philosophy, heart-to-heart bonding, and love connections are co-created masterfully. Come here and rejuvenate your mind, body, spirit, and sexuality, and your heart. Thank you. Greetings, I'm Solla Pizzuto, and here we are at the meeting of the Masters Retreat in Thailand, in Chiang Mai at the Tao Garden. So I have the two masters of our retreat sitting here, and I can't tell you how many students have come up to me this week and have really shared their love of the two concepts coming together in the different perspectives of the Tao and Tantra.
I think the Chinese concept and the Indian concept, they all come with a very old concept, and there are also a lot of time proved it. That means nowadays we always looking for scientific proof, but in the olden time it's time tested, people experience, written down, passing down, and practice. So in the Taoist, they emphasize that the sexual organs, the energy, there are a lot of understanding how this sexual energy moves and how to strengthening the organ. Actually in India, this technique to one level, sometimes they suppress. So in China, they're also very badly suppressed to one certain level. Now like Charles, they're very expert in really take people hand to hand with it. You can see both practice come to enhance each other very well.
Yes.
I love teaching with Master Chia here in Thailand. Such a relaxing, revitalizing facility. Great food, great nature. And of the 120 students attending this time, 32 different countries from around the world. They all come for the same thing, seeking knowledge on how to transform whatever sex is for them to sexual love, where they connect more deeply emotionally, energetically, physically, and spiritually. And the Tao and Tantra, they're two paths going up the same mountain. They all reach the same peak, just from slightly different approaches. But there's nothing that I've heard this week that I would say Tantra is opposed or Tantra is different. They really are two cultures at a time in history long ago when sex was seen as a gift from the gods to renew, to keep one vital into one's older years. But the most beautiful thing I see happening is all of the couples who may became loving each other, discovering they could be in love again. That expansive, incredible energy of the feeling of love. So that's what I most cherish here. And the teaching schedule is, you can adjust it. The teaching is both didactic, intellectual knowledge and philosophy, concepts, but also practices, where several nights of the week we send the couples back to their room to do their practices. And we gradually are weaving the 50 or 60 singles that are here so they trust each other enough to do some of the practices which don't entail intercourse or the threat of disease. They involve, can you open your heart and put your heart's energy out your hands and your eyes and your words, so that when singles interact, they leave each other better than they find each other. And I love seeing that. I love the singles awakening. And quite a few relationships have started here. I hope we see you here in January of 2020.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I'd love to ask wonderful team here of Source Tantra educators a couple of questions. And I'm going to be starting off with...
I'm Lisa Rizzoli. I'm an advanced certified Tantra educator for Source School of Tantra.
So Lisa, what do you think is like the most profound experience, you would say, in your healing sessions with women?
Oh, with women, what I love to do is transmit the energy and have an awakening for women. So in my sessions, I bring about a way for them to explore their sexual energies and then activate their own bodies.
Wow. Thank you.
Hi. Well, thank you. My name is Leah Piper, and I'm with Source School of Tantra Yoga. I'm one of their elite advanced certified Tantra educators, and I'm also the primary female facilitator for the school, and I'm so happy to be in Thailand. It's awesome here.
And so Leah, what would you say if somebody came in and asked, and this is the question that I get all the time with the participants here, is what does a session look like when they're coming in as a couple? How would you describe that?
Okay. So couples often come to a Tantra session because they want to learn, they want to grow, and they're looking for some coaching. You know, the truth is most people, when they want to get good at something, they hire a coach. You want to get good at golf, you hire a golf coach. You want to get good at tennis, you hire a tennis coach. And when it comes to love, when you want to get better at love, you hire a love coach. And that's what we do. And that can look like teaching them how to do sacred spot massage, which is what we're known for at Source School of Tantra Yoga. It can be giving them coaching and tips on how to communicate. It's also showing them on their body how to reach higher states of pleasure and consciousness.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you so much.
You bet.
And now, introduce yourself.
My name is TJ Bart, also a part of Source Tantra's team of teachers here in Thailand and also in Santa Cruz, California.
And so now, TJ, I'm just curious, if I was a man and I said, you know, I want some coaching and I really would like a man to teach me how to become a really profound lover, like how would you respond to that?
Of how to master his own masculine feminine energy so that he can be safe and sexy at the same time. That's the big gift. And then he would have to learn some skills on how to actually tune into, and because if you can make the sexual experience about the woman, usually she's going to have an amazing experience. Allow it to be about you, and I'm talking to the guys, not so much. Yeah?
So, thank you.
My name is Christy Rose Muir, and I'm so proud to be an elite certified Tantra educator through the Source School of Tantra Yoga that happens to have been founded by my beloved husband, Charles, with whom I practice this work deeply and intimately every day of our married life.
I'd like to ask you, Christy, of all the sessions, maybe something recent, what has been the most touching in your experience?
One of my most favorite things to experience, especially when I'm working with men, is many men have learned to separate the emotional and love component from the sexual component. And when they come into a session with me, one of the first things that they realize is that I'm present with all of my love, with all of my focus. And as much as we're playing with this sexual energy and things can get really hot and juicy, that the love is always so present. And sometimes it touches them deeply to the point where they have tears, or even if they don't quite cry, they have a deep experience of being loved by someone who is essentially a stranger at the beginning of the session.
Sounds just beautiful. Thank you all. Thank you, beautiful team.
Tao Chia, hello everyone. And I'm so thankful to be here in this incredible, life-changing experience. Learning so much from Mantak Chia and also from Charles, Muir. They're both very strong characters that teach two elementary wisdoms in this world that we all should know and study, and I'm profoundly inspired to go forward and to continue studying from both of them actually. And yeah, I feel so much transformation already in my being that all I can think about is to continue my education with them and to support other people to go through this and to learn this wisdom, this knowledge, which is self-love and self-knowledge. And I highly recommend this training to anyone who wishes to grow and to become better beings. Thank you.
And I'm here with
Nalini.
Praveen.
We are from Sacramento, California.
First of all, I'd like to start with, how long have you guys been married?
We've been married 37 years this year.
Oh my goodness. What has your experience been thus far with the program, the Tao Gardens, and even in your own self-healing process? Would you like to share?
Yes, so this was our first exposure to a true Tao master. And of course we've heard of Tao. And to be honest with you, I always thought it was a very dense, difficult to understand philosophy. And what I've really loved about this retreat is the incredible mastery of Master Chia and his ability to take these esoteric concepts and make them really comprehensible and make them not only easy to understand, but to apply. And that's been a real eye-opener. Before I used to think, Tao, that's beyond me. But now it's inspired me to learn more.
That's fantastic.
So for me, I really have enjoyed in the past year to learn from Charles, the Tantra work, and some of the stuff, some of the things that he teaches have some familiarity because we are of Indian origin. And so it's really brought a lot of that clarity. I didn't know anything about Taoism, and coming here and learning from Master Chia has been so amazing to me. I just can't say that highly enough. We're both physicians, so we really get things at the physical level, but this is like bringing another layer of what the body's all about. And I actually get goosebumps just thinking about the things that we're learning. And it's really also been very nice to have Master Chia lecturing to us in the morning and kind of start to understand that philosophy, and then Charles, of course, Master Charles, lecturing in the afternoon, and we're starting to get that into it. So I think the interwovenness of these and the similarities, some differences, they're all just coming together. It's been amazing. The setting is just gorgeous. I mean, this could not be a more beautiful place to have a retreat of this type. The food has been amazing, you know, just so simple and yet so healthy, and it seems like everything has been just picked for, you know, all of us to be here. It's just all resonated so amazingly well.
And then also your own healing. I mean, I think little did people know before arriving here that they were going to be embarking on all of these wonderful treatments and therapies here at the Tao Gardens.
So, you know, I've gone through several of the treatments, and they're unlike anything I've experienced before. And we can see how one treatment builds on the last, and we're hoping to continue them as we stay here.
Absolutely. We have a wonderful group of participants, and we're going to do some sharing. So I'm going to start here with
Lauren Harkness.
And where are you from?
I live in New York.
So Lauren, I wanted to ask you, prior to coming here, maybe you had some ideas as to what this retreat was going to be all about. And since then, how do you feel it is now that you've been attending some courses?
I love it. I'm so happy to be here, and I love that I'm learning the scientific background behind the sexual energy and learning how to utilize it with my clients in a way that can help their healing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And I'll pass it on.
Hi, I'm Maya. I live in New York as well. It's an amazing experience to kind of learn both completely different, I mean, not completely different, but like see a little bit different approaches to the same, sexual energy and how to work with it. And I feel like, it will be a lot of kind of thoughts afterwards to transform into process. But so far, I really feel very open and very vulnerable and like seeing completely different aspect of, sex and sexuality.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm Ruan, originally from New York, and been following Master Chia and Charles Muir for a long time, and it was really great to see them side by side, because for the longest time I would think there were similarities, but trying to really understand the full topic of sexuality and energy became a lot more clear. And the thing that I was really blown away by was how awesome the Tao Garden is. It's a great environment to learn or just hang out in. Been meeting awesome people here, and it's been a great place to absorb all of this complex information.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Mathieu. I'm from Nantes in France, and I've been practicing martial arts, and that's where I discovered like the Taoism system, a book from Mantak Chia. So yeah, when I discovered that we could just like work with our inner energy and learn to work with it to build big energy, it was really interesting, and I wanted to go further. So that's why I'm here.
Hello, I'm Fergus Denhammer from Vancouver, Canada. I've been interested in Tantra for a while, and what drew me here was getting the opportunity to listen to Master Chia, to understand 1,000 years worth of Eastern learning in one session, and then also to have Charles Muir here where I can learn how to have a full body orgasm. It was a pretty easy decision. Glad I came.
I'm so excited this year. In particular, it's been an incredible, rich program, so much excitement and anticipation, and I'd love to hear from
Carina. I'm from the Netherlands.
And what has been your experience thus far? We're almost at the close of our retreat.
Well, masters to masters could be like hearts to hearts, actually. It's very heart-opening, beautiful exercises, lovely people with very conscious minds, and some really, really special techniques that, what really got me most and I was really awed about was the what you call love echo, where two people making love want to scream it out loud, can't because of whatever reason, the neighbors, and don't want to use a pillow because pillow does smother you a little bit, and it's the love echo. So you keep your mouths really, really close together. You breathe in and out, and you scream into the mouth of your lover. And the echo that it makes, it really opens up your chakras. Yeah.
And how did it make you feel? It was like your first time. I remember you sharing in class that the experience was just how you described it.
Awesome. It was heart-opening. I felt like a queen in the hands of a king. There was holding space. It was lovely, really. Yeah.
And your partner that you were with, did you know him prior to coming here?
No. I'm single. So I came without a partner. I'm here with a friend, and I've made some new friends. The man that I got to encounter last night, I didn't know, but had a good connection with.
And so the point is, as a single person, even if you have not come here with a partner, it's fantastic how there's so much support and care and nurture when we do partner up and we do these exercises, and they're not done with clothes off, right? It's clothes.
No.
Clothes on, and they're practicums that you can embrace the concept of these wonderful heart-to-heart connection-based learnings with your clothes on.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And then, of course, there's the choice for everybody to take their clothes off in private.
Sure. Yeah. Couples, you can do whatever you want here.
Michael?
What I'd like to ask you, Michael, is now you and your beloved have come here together as a couple. And there was an incredible, wonderful experience last night that you shared. Could you elaborate more about that?
Yes, certainly. We came to Tantra to explore new boundaries, open new doors. And certainly last night was something very, very intimate and very close. And I think for me, this would never happen if I read a book or watched a video. You actually have to experience people like yourself and Charles Muir and others, and just this harmonious place that we're in right now at the Tao Garden is just something special. And I think that what was so sensual is that in your own home, back where you live, you have other distractions, and just to be given this opportunity to be the pleaser for your partner, and it is just a very special moment. And to be able to sit with Donna and spend hours, not minutes, is something different. And so I think that was the most intimate part, that there was no rush, there was no timetable or no time limit. It was a time to just explore and to please and pleasure. Donna was my highlight of last night. It was amazing.
Hi, my name's Donna, and it's my second time I've been in Chiang Mai, and I had done a little workshop with Mantak Chia once before, so it's really nice to be back here and to actually bring Michael with me, who I never thought would be sharing something like Tantra with me. So I was really happy to have him to share something special as a couple, and I couldn't actually get him to understand things and to break things down, so to have him with two master teachers and to share different things and learn from it all was really, really beautiful. And actually to see him and enjoy it and to grow from it for me was really nice too. And last night was also very special to have someone that was fully engaged with me and caring and loving me was really nice. And it was quite emotional for me. I had a treatment the other day with Lisa too, and sacred spot massage, and I released Amrita, and the feeling for me behind the Amrita was a sense of peace, because of my intention that I had placed on my little session, and I knew it was going to just unfold as it does. And it was just, I asked for freedom and freedom in my body to let go of all my blockages. And when she guided me, and I know my personality's someone like this, and I have a tendency to run away from my problem. And she literally held me there for the whole space. And then when I let go of Amrita, it was just a pure sense of peace. And the same with Michael too. Last night was more a nurturing, gratitude, beauty, pure love to actually share that with Michael as a partner. And I'm really blessed to have that and to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to be sitting here with
Quinn.
And Alex.
And we're from Australia.
You both have shared such a beautiful story about your home assignment last night that I just wanted to ask you to come in here and share with everyone. And you were so wonderful to say yes. So I'd like you to share what you shared in class today.
So, oh wow, the experience was amazing. Last night when we did the exercise of the sacred spot healing, I've never experienced anything like that ever before in my life, and I'm truly grateful to be able to have the experience to, come here with my partner and, experience this. There were a lot of emotions that came up for me. I cried a lot, like the whole major component of my session was a lot of crying and releasing. I've never cried like that in my life. It was almost as if all the silent crying has finally had time to come out. yeah, but it was so beautiful though. I felt like I was so raw and I was just surrendering and being the most vulnerable that I've ever been. And at first I felt a little bit held back because I don't know if I could share these feelings, but then you were amazing. You were there for me. You held the space and I was just able to be free, to truly be free. Wow. Even talking about it now, I feel a little bit emotional. But I was able to, after all the releasing, I was able to feel a lot of pleasure after, you know, and Amrita was definitely there. She came out.
And is that your first time experiencing that?
You know what? In the past, I've felt something similar to it. But now that with all the explanation from the classes, I know what it is, and it just makes so much more sense to us now.
I think it was because it wasn't an isolated incident. It was coupled together with the massage as well as the releasing of tension and the emotion as well. I think that it was sort of the package deal, which we sort of hadn't really experienced before, which sort of made it that much more special. Yeah.
And I felt like I was able to voice up the true goddess within me, the divine feminine. Something came out last night, and something did come out last night. And it was so special because I felt like we've connected, like we have in the past. I had a glimpse of our past life together, our past connections. When we were looking into each other's eyes, I just felt so safe, and like the cosmic connection that we have, like in the past, you know, we've definitely been together before, and that came up for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I found it very special that I was able to hold that space for you, and that you were able to freely express yourself, release and trust me in such a vulnerable position. In such a vulnerable state of mind, psychologically, physically, emotionally, and I just wanted to say that I love you more for it, and I feel that our connection has definitely grown because of it, a lot deeper and a lot more love. Yeah.
And you even cried as well.
Yeah, I cried as well. I released too. Yeah, so it wasn't just you; it was me as well. So yeah, that was good. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. That's incredible.
Hi, I'm Maya. I'm from New York, and thank you so much, Solla, for organizing this amazing workshop.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you, Maya, with all the teachings so far this week, and we're coming at the end of the week here, and it's been really rich, would you say?
Yes, it's been amazing week, transformational week for me. Couple moments that struck me the most. The first one is that I felt the moment I put attention to my heart and to my second chakra, I feel very much imbalanced. I feel so in peace, and I realize that all of this anxiety and worries are just in my brain. So I'm learning now to get out of my head and be more in touch with myself. Another amazing thing that I learned here is that we as a women, we have the whole universe in our yonis, and we have to learn how to connect to it, because I have a feeling that we're so much disconnected. We disconnected from our desires, from who we really are, what our purpose, and it's amazing to, to kind of connect with ourselves and through the self-love, right? Because that's the beginning for everything. And it's just amazing to know that sexual energy is 25% of the energy, and you can use this energy for so many purposes, and you can heal yourself, you can heal your spirit and your body. It's just, it's transformational experience. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Juliana, and I'm from San Diego, California.
Juliana, if there was an aha moment or, oh my gosh, an epiphany, like a download, and you could describe, what would that be?
I think mainly it would be about the connection within myself, about taking care of my health and my in connection with the energy inside of me, with my brain, with my sexuality, having it flow so beautifully and spiritually and easily. And then being able to take that vibrance, that connection, that energy, and manifest not only inside of my body, but also outside.
Hi, I am Javi from Argentina, and I'm here enjoying a lot this retreat.
That's fantastic. So, Javi, I wanted to ask you, there were some really poignant moments throughout our practicum that evoked emotions, maybe a little, shedding of tears with all the participants. And I wanted to ask you, in any of those activities, how it affected you personally.
Well, it did affect me because when we talk about sexual healing, actually, I think most of the collective, all the beings of human beings that we are here, have something to do with it, and it's especially with the inner child that we all have, and that we all have been wounded somehow at some point of our lives by not being seen. I've been touched by that. I experienced my tears as well. I experienced my emotions as well. Allowed me to release so much pain, and through that pain, it felt a lot of release. That you feel that there is more space now. The house became cleaner.
Yeah. I love that. The house became cleaner.
There is more space.
More chi.
Like Mantak Chia say, you have to empty your organs, to fill it up again with energy. And that's how I felt like, now I have more space to receive love. Because then if there is more space inside of you, then you are allowed to receive love.
Absolutely. I love how you put it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you January 2020. Thank you.
Yes, it is.